too many job changing, too many hiring incorrect. I don't feel comfortable to continue doing the same error on and on and on and on. Thank you.
Thank you. Wait, Councilor Daniel.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, through you. Just to add to the discussion, it's my recollection and understanding that the previous town manager never intended to eliminate the position, that it was strictly going to be temporary to some extent of time, unknown in my mind. It was under the plan by the previous town manager to run the process through and then make a final decision about filling that position again. It was never the intent to eliminate the position.
Okay. I'll go with Councilor Marquetti.
Well, I'll speak to the postponement. If the position was eliminated by the previous town manager in his reorg plan, the council can't amend it. They can only vote it up or down, and we voted it up, so if it's eliminated, it's eliminated.
You didn't want
Okay, so I think that he makes a valid point. Let's take a look at that first before we move ahead with this.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Councilor.
And I just want to point out that HR did not make an error on the job description. That was Rosemary's job description. We didn't touch the job description. That's what the town has had historically. So I just want you to know that her predecessor is the one who had that job with the same job description.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yep. Councilor Lawson.
This is the problem we're talking about. You are HR. You should have corrected that. The bottom line comes down to is if Rosemary made a mistake because she didn't read the charter, that doesn't mean that we roll into another mistake and don't read the charter. So postponement on just the job description would be in line. Never mind, and I don't think anybody's against Peg Dean. But again, maybe it is a good thing to postpone it, go back, let the council discuss this job description. We get job descriptions thrown out, they come from online, another town, whatever. Council should have input on the job description. What do you want this person to be or do? Don't get me wrong, she does everything. But I'm saying going forward, I think we need to look at these things and not just take for granted, oh, it's already been proofed. Well, it wasn't proofed. Now we need to proof it and correct it so it at least coincides with our charter.
Okay. So, I'll go with Adriana first, and then
So
George.
Mrs. Dean and I approved the job description, and she's currently doing every single, under the roles and responsibilities, she's doing everything, because she approved that job description before it was sent here. Thank you.
Mr. Shannon,
Just
George.
a generic question, do job descriptions, do council approve those job descriptions, or do they just come forward and here's what they are? Like,
Well-
not just this job description, but all job descriptions, because we've heard a lot of those over the course of last year, and I don't recall any of them going to council, so is it a duty of council to approve a job description?
This,
So back in
there.
2016, George, the town hired an agency to put together all these job descriptions, and they were all voted in by council in 2016. So all these job descriptions that you're getting were already vetted and approved by council. There hasn't been any changes.
Well, can I just make a point? Hold on. We're discussing it.
Yeah.
I think it's a big deal because, first of all, we got a piece of paper. First of all, job descriptions. Town council has messed up more job descriptions than our own staff. So let's be very clear. Over this past year, it's been nothing but a circus with the town council when it came to job descriptions. We've gone back and forth on different ones. So, that's. We should look at ourselves a little bit on that one. All right, who wants to keep talking?
Thank you, Chair. I'm not
I got you, Scott.
blaming, I just say, it's an error with the paperwork, and it's always like people feel offended and they attack back for no reason, but I work all together as a team and fix all the paperwork and error. It's like all the time somebody's gonna feel like we're attacking. No, we're not attacking nobody. We're trying to do the right thing for everyone, not only for the employee, for the whole town and the picture. Thank you.
Scott.
I would just like to move the question if we could. I think everybody's on board with PEG. I just think we need to refer this back, spruce it up, and bring it back forward.
Okay, there's a motion made to move forward.
Moving at subcommittee.
What's that?
There's no moving at subcommittee.
Yeah, well, You know, we go back and forth, what's the rules and what's the.
All right, then I don't move.
No, don't
it.
worry, we can discuss it here, we can, I think discussing, moving along, I know the motion right now is amended, so let's take a look at it, anybody other discussions? Ms. Dee Dee?
So Peg, you did look at this whole complete,
I received the job description as part of the, I think right before the packet came out.
okay, so in the education part, the bachelor's degree, you have that in the public and,
I'm overqualified for the position.
That's
I
all I wanted to hear.
overqualified for the CDBG coordinator position, but for some reason had a hard time justifying being at a higher step when Ron San Angelo and Rosemary hired me. I'm sorry to blush. And so, when I advocated to be promoted, I felt like I had proven my abilities through projects, and I'm very grateful for the promotion I was given by, town manager then McCall. I have been advocating though for the director position. I feel like the department is finally moving in the right direction. The fact that we're finally tackling housing and taking on things that have otherwise been neglected, it is promising for me. And so I've been advocating since February that the town consider allowing me to be considered for the director position. And so yes, I'm overqualified for this.
okay, so.
I was a town administrator for 4 years in a small town. I have a master's in public administration.
I know I've already discussed it with you, but would that still stay on the paperwork that's here? It says bachelor's degree in public or business administration. I know you're overqualified, but do you have that degree? I guess that's my question.
I have a bachelor's degree in anthropology and a minor in psychology. I have a master's in public administration, which can also be transferable skills for business administration. I took accounting, management, law, personnel law, all sorts of good stuff.
Okay, that's all I want to know. Thank you.
You're
I
welcome.
think she's got a driver's license too.
You got that?
All right, Councilor Dow.
Thank you, Chair. Mrs. Lee, you know, I told you from the beginning, I'm supporting this, but I think we should fix the error for your benefit, for the future, because we don't wanna keep doing the same thing. Somebody else might come the same error, and then we're not gonna let it stride. It's gonna be put on finger, why you let this person, not this person. This is the whole idea. We're not against you, as a doing good job and improving yourself. No question, nobody can question that. But I think we should fix those papers before we go forward, and because it's gonna be another discussion, another mess up there. I think we should do it the right way and we'll move forward. Nobody will question you after that, that's all.
And so if I may, just for clarification, it sounds a lot more than what it might be. So it sounds like if we remove from the job description hiring, that we will have corrected the job description? Is everyone on the same page for that?
So, well, let me make it very clear, hold on a minute, time out. Because Councilor Dow, you said there was multiple errors on this, right? So hiring, anything
Money,
else?
The budget.
The
Money-wise.
budget, okay, but that budget has nothing to do.
Okay.
In the charter, we have it in the charter, we have it in the bylaw, this position. They annotate this information down. I know what we voted on this year, and we've always seen this,
Okay.
ever since Romero's been gone.
So if we move on hiring, who's gonna still doing the interview? The HR or Peggy?
Well, it'd be obviously the department heads that would have to do that, or it'll be the town manager. It's his appointment.
Mr. Chairman,
Yep.
the postponement would create this discussion. That's why we want to postpone it, is to discuss it. All these questions are going to be asked. They can simply be straightened out. Peg, what is your title now?
CDBG/Economic Development Coordinator, S19, Step 5.
Okay. I would like to go back and look at it holistically. What happens to that position? So for me, and again, Peg Dean's gonna get this job. But the bottom line is, I just wanna make sure it's right when we do it. That's all it is. And that's why I'm saying the discussion to postponement is, we're justifying our postponement by our debate. This should happen at the job description and timing.
Can I ask,
Yeah.
where in the charter is that position?
It's under chapter 3-310, Economic Development Planning Director of, within which it doesn't state anything about hiring.
And it's also in our
Doesn't have a term
bylaws.
either. It doesn't even have-
That's in the code of bylaw.
That's in
Bylaws.
the bylaws, right?
Yeah, that's in the bylaws, 310.
It's not in the
Yeah,
charter.
it's not in the charter.
Okay,
Yeah, okay.
because people keep saying it's in the charter.
That's my fault.
No, even before, I've been looking for it for
Okay.
I can't
All right,
argue.
so I think my concern, I'm gonna tell you right now, my concern taking the general gov to review and that really went well every time we send a job description their way. It goes awesome in there, in that meeting, and we somehow or another, we bring it back to probably the subcommittee it should go back to. So I do believe it should go back to the P and D. Even general gov has been, I don't know what they really do at this point in time.
There'll be a new one.
Yeah, doesn't mean it's gonna be
It'll be
changed.
a lot different.
So, any other questions or concerns? All right, but you know, obviously, a lot of us are all in support of Ms. Dean and the
Absolutely.
position. We all know that. We've talked about it for quite some time. I don't believe there's anything that ever eliminated this job description. If it did, it should have changed, the bylaws should have changed and been removed automatically. So, I think that at that point, just because it says in this budget doesn't mean it's there. So, I'm taking a look at this job description to eliminate hiring employees. So if there's anything else, I think we need to bring it forward. So we'll, discuss it with the chair. Any other discussion?
Can you look to see if there's anything about that elimination, if it's in there by error?
If we postpone, we will find out.
Okay.
We
you're
keep
right.
talking about the issue.
Right, everybody-
Motion to postpone means yes or no on postponement, not a total debate on the job description.
You're right.
That should take place at general gov.
All right, anything else? All right, motion's on the table to postpone. All those in favor? Opposed? All right, I think we're done now, right? Anything else? Okay. All right, vote to adjourn. Number
So,
seven.
moved.
Okay. All right. All those in favor? Okay.